Just do it. Grab the bull by the horns and go for it. You got to get uncomfortable to make gains, to understand, to learn, to educate yourself. And I say, any chance and opportunity that you get to do that, do it.
In 2023, there was a letter circulated advertising a leadership training for trade union women. At this time, a union official asked the question, what is the benefit of training women in leadership to the union?
Women in the workforce is a relatively new thing, especially in our industry. Longshore work has been traditionally male-dominated in every which way, but especially now with my generation, it's still nowhere near equal, but there's a lot more women entering the workspace, and there's a huge culture shift happening, and us having this day, it's a beautiful way for us to commiserate with one another, share information with one another, and figure out ways, because it's only going to get bigger. There's only going to be more of us as we move forward. We're not going anywhere. We have no intention of going anywhere. We're staying. And so it's a way for us to put our brains together, spend some time, and just see how we can make everybody's lives better. Not just the women that are here, but everybody else that we work with too.
Later in 2023, the second annual ILWU Women's Convention was held in San Francisco, where there was a large representation from Canada. We all experienced the value of educating trade union women in leadership. We shared new ideas, we lifted each other up, and we strategized on how to use our diversity to strengthen our unions and build solidarity across locals as we stood side by side in our battles to protect working people.
Hello, 64. Okay, so you're the last one with stackers. You can send the stackerman to the other end.
But everybody has that story where we all of a sudden are told that our gender makes us different. And as feminists, and always intersectional feminists, we have to realize that means this is how we show up in the world. It's how people see us. It's how people treat us. And that intersection means that whether you're Indigenous, whether you are, racially profiled, whether you're an immigrant, whether you're disabled, whether all of those kind of identities intersect, people treat you in a different way. And I'm sure you all can think of those moments. And I wish that I was like, and ever since then, things have been fine. But it's not, because we have moments all of the time. And we know that we take power and we take space, and we're so fortunate to be in these positions in the unions, but it still happens. And it still happens because there's assumptions, but it still happens because somehow people think that rights are not to be shared, or that I can only be doing well if I push you down, and that leadership means one thing and it does not. Because that's what we do when we bring our feminism to our leadership. It's what we do when we bring our feminism to our unions, is that we're shaking up a system that is built in a certain way so that we can change it and make it better. Because earlier, we had that wonderful dance. We had a wonderful parent who was triple dutying. And what are those moments for showing up? You showing up to hold the phone so that she can attend to a child who was having a moment where they need their parent, need their mom. We get that. That's what we do, and we need to do it for each other.
Unions play a role by bringing a lot of education and solidarity forward for women in the workplace. And I mean, it's a constant working battle, and we've come a long way, and there's still a lot to do. But having events like this where women can come out and see that there's others that have seen and experienced their struggles, overcame them.
Mentorship plays a critical role in supporting women entering the industry. Our Women's Committee is built on mentorship and the idea of lifting each other up. We've worked to create a space where everybody feels they belong and has the opportunity to contribute. Through mentorship, experienced members can share knowledge, offer guidance, and help build confidence in those who are newer to the union.
Attending strikes, showing my support that way is something that I've done in the past and I'm sure I'll continue to do. But I also hope that there might be a point where I do get to participate at a higher level, I don't know if I'm daring enough to set my sights on like the executive board or something, but I do really think it's important for anybody, any casual or any member to think to themselves that I'm just me, but that doesn't mean that I can't be a vehicle for change, or that I can't think of things to suggest to maybe other people in positions of power, right? So I guess where I see myself ideally is just someone who's still participating fully in what's happening in their union.
ILWU can continue to support women by maintaining a strong commitment to equity, safety, and inclusion in all aspects of the union. This includes ongoing education and training. It's important that we ensure that women's voices are heard and represented in decision-making spaces. Looking back, we are ever so grateful to that individual who questioned the benefit of the union providing women's education.